Hey guys, it's Elena Supreme here, and I want to say that if it's your first time visiting, hi. And if you like what I'm gonna say, if you like what I speak about, don't forget to subscribe. At the end of the video, I'm gonna poke a little link there for you so that if you don't want to scroll down and subscribe, you do what you want, you know. And I'll give a link to a few other videos that I've created if you're interested. So I want to get into a big problem that maybe 85% of the world has, which is falling into blind faith and hopes. So let me start with, in my other video or my main video, I talk about naming yourself. But for this one, I'm just going to talk about what happens when we naturally name anything. So when we name something, we give existence to it. If I say, this is a lipstick, okay? Now you know when you look at this, that this is a lipstick. If I had like a magical shelf right here and kept it there, and I wasn't looking at it, and let's say I just continued the video, you're still gonna look at it because now I gave you a name to the existence of an object. Same thing that goes along with having Islamophobia, a black person walking in the dark phobia, anything, okay? So now I want to get into the science of persuasion. One way to persuade someone is to use simple language, create a relatable situation, establish credibility, and display scarcity. Okay, so when we say things like "Make America Great Again," we have simple, relatable, because we apparently do not think that America is great at all, or that it was great once upon a time, but it wasn't. It's not anymore. And then the credibility is that, oh, politician, okay, apparently. Then the scarcity. I'm pretty sure there was some numbers behind that political stance that said that over 50%, 70% weren't having jobs, things like that. When we start saying numbers and creating scarcity for someone, we obviously begin to trust the person because it's not like we think that they came up with these numbers out of the woodworks, and then we pay attention to it and it stays in our minds. Which now gets me into why you need to exercise your intelligence. And what I mean, and I define intelligence to be, is the ability to question what you saw, heard, or think you know. So, although many of us was born with that understanding, a lot of us, it was taken away from because of responses like, why would you ask that? That's a dumb question. Who does that? I mean, who asks that question? That makes a problem because now it interferes with critical thinking. Critically thinking is looking at what the person that's telling you the information is coming from, what you think you know about the situation, and the entire big picture of the situation. And you're not looking at it like, oh, this is what I believe, so it's right. It's, oh, what's the entire situation? Okay. So without critical thinking or using or learning that skill to critically think and looking at all sides of the situation, people easily fall into blind faith, hopes, and scares. Black person walking in the dark, so I was scared for my life syndrome. Black person moving, scared for my life syndrome. There was a person who blew up something and they had something on their head and face, so they must be from the religion Islam phobia. Okay, so that makes them terrorist phobia. Oh, white person shoots up a school, so they must have a mental illness association. Like, like this is now what we associate things with, because somebody named something into existence, so they brought it to your attention. Not only did they bring it to your attention, then they put scarcity on top of it. And then on top of that, depending on where you're getting this source from, they created some type of credibility for themselves. So it's just like, if I say 70% of men rather eat bacon before having sex, you're gonna be like, what? I gotta test this out for myself. Or, oh my god, why? Is that true? So does my man really love me, or does he like to eat more than me? It'll either create those two questions, and you can do one or two things with this information. Check out an experiment, do the experiment, or you can just take what I say and say, guys are terrible. I can't find anyone that I want because guys are terrible. Just because I make a good argument does not mean that what I'm saying to you is necessarily correct. Validity does not equate a good argument or a sensible argument, I could bring two premises or two ideas together and say, okay, so because because my experience with men hasn't been good, and I've been dating for a while, equates that men are not respectful, and they don't know how to treat a woman, because I haven't found anything that I liked and I'm a woman. So this is a world problem we do not critically think. You guys should check out a video called Science of Persuasion. There's a bunch of videos out there that talk about this, but there's so many ways to be persuaded. And what the gist of this video is telling you to remember to use your intelligence. Exercise your intelligence. Your mind is a powerful thing. Don't forget that. So, with that being said, always remember that word is bond. One love. Peace. And if you liked my video, if you liked what I was saying, if you appreciate my video, share it, subscribe, like it, comment below, do as you please, and have a beautiful day. Mwah.